There is a truth few people admit. Most of us do not truly rule our own minds. We are controlled by emotions, negative thoughts, and stimuli from our surroundings. And the result? We do not live according to our own intentions. We live according to our reactions to circumstances. Imagine this. A colleague criticizes you in a meeting. A friend says something that unintentionally hurts you. News or a comment online touches a deep-seated fear. Most people react immediately. They get angry, explain themselves, become defensive, or even say things they later regret. Stoic philosophy teaches, you cannot control the world, but you can always control your own response. Epictetus. What does this mean? When your mind is controlled by external circumstances, you lose freedom. But when you master your mind, you can. Resist being swept away by anger or fear. Observe situations clearly and rationally. Choose deliberate, intentional responses instead of reacting unconsciously. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, was publicly insulted many times, yet he never reacted immediately. He did not shout, attack, or let emotions dictate his actions. Instead, he observed, smiled, and acted only when his mind was fully calm. The key point to understand is that ruling your mind does not mean you feel nothing. On the contrary, it is the ability to recognize your emotions without letting them control your decisions. This is self-mastery, a form of inner power few truly possess. Think back on yourself. How often have you said something and regretted it within minutes? How often have you wished you could have stayed silent a little longer? How often has an impulsive reaction ruined an opportunity, a relationship, or an important decision? In Stoicism, mastering the mind is about winning over yourself. Overcoming impulsive instincts. Overcoming a fragile ego. Overcoming blind anger. The greatest figures in history, from Marcus Aurelius to Cincinnatus, from Nelson Mandela to Oprah Winfrey, understood this power. They chose not to react immediately, chose to observe, and chose to act with intention. By mastering the mind, they gained a type of power that impulsive words or actions could never bring: respect, self-control, and lasting victory. Every conflict, frustration, or disappointment starts with an emotional trigger. It could be a word, an action, or a situation that touches your ego. A Stoic trains themselves to ask, the moment an emotion arises, does this upset me because it's wrong, or because it touches my ego? Am I reacting to that person, or to my own fear? Is this feeling based on reality or imagination? As Epictetus said, people are not disturbed by events, but by the meaning they assign to them. Recognizing your triggers is the first step to reclaiming control, preventing emotions from dictating your actions. When you understand exactly what is driving you, you are no longer a victim of circumstances. After identifying the trigger, the next step is creating a short pause, what we call a golden pause. This is a moment, just 1 to 2 seconds, but enough to stop an impulsive reaction and give reason a chance to intervene. The golden pause is not avoidance. It is not reacting immediately, not letting emotions give the orders, observing the situation and considering the best course of action. When you practice this pause, the brain's survival response, amygdala, takes a break. The rational part, prefrontal cortex, is activated. You choose your response instead of being pushed into an unconscious reaction. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is always a choice." The golden pause is that space of choice. Real-life examples. When a stock drops sharply, Warren Buffett does not panic and sell immediately. He pauses, observes, and decides based on reason, not emotion. In communication, when a colleague provokes you, you can take a deep breath, stay silent, observe, and choose a smart response instead of reacting impulsively. Those who practice the golden pause daily will notice their self-control and inner power increase significantly. You are no longer controlled by circumstances. You actively manage your reactions. When you combine recognizing triggers with the golden pause, you create a powerful defense against impulsive reactions. Recognition: know what is provoking you. Pause: halt to allow reason to intervene. Result: respond intentionally, intelligently, and effectively. This is the foundational step to mastering your mind, the step practiced by all great people in history: Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Nelson Mandela, and Oprah Winfrey. Once you have identified emotional triggers and created a golden pause, the next step is turning silence and observation into intentional action. This is where you demonstrate true power, not letting emotions control you, but choosing responses aligned with your values and goals. Stoics do not react simply to satisfy emotions or win arguments. They respond based on reason, weighing right and wrong and long-term consequences. Core values: protecting character, dignity, and integrity. Long-term goals: acting toward positive outcomes without letting minor conflicts derail the bigger picture. As Marcus Aurelius reminded, do the right thing, in the right way, at the right time. Intentional response is a combination of inner calm and intelligent action. It is not passive. It is actively controlling yourself and your circumstances. Examples from history: Seneca and Emperor Nero. When suspected and forced out of politics, Seneca did not erupt in anger. He chose withdrawal, lived simply, wrote, and taught Stoic philosophy. Result: he became one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, transcending the temporary power of the emperor. Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for 27 years, facing extreme injustice. Instead of letting hatred take control, he observed, stayed silent, and accumulated inner strength. When released, he led South Africa through reconciliation, creating monumental change for the nation. These examples show intentional responses are not weakness or passivity. They are tools for building lasting power and real influence. To respond intentionally in modern life, you can practice 3 principles. 1. Assess the situation. Before replying or acting, ask yourself, "Oh, will this response help me achieve my goal? Oh, does it align with the person I want to be? Oh, am I winning a small argument but losing in the bigger picture?" 2. Choose the timing. Do not react when emotions are high. Wait until the mind is calm and reason prevails to make accurate decisions. 3. Act based on values. Oh, maintain dignity, respect yourself and others. Oh, do not let negative emotions dictate your behavior. In the workplace, when receiving critical emails or harsh feedback, create a golden pause, assess the content, and respond with reason instead of anger. In personal interactions, when debating with friends or family, take a deep breath, observe your emotions, and choose a response that shows respect while preserving your inner power. In important decisions, when facing major choices, such as investing, changing careers, or resolving conflicts, responding intentionally helps you avoid impulsive mistakes and achieve more lasting results. Connecting the steps. Recognize the trigger. Know exactly what is provoking you. Golden pause. Hold back your reaction to let reason intervene. Intentional response. Act intelligently, guided by values and goals. When combined, these steps put you in a state of self-mastery. You are no longer controlled by the world. Instead, you control your own responses. This is how true inner power is formed. We have learned how to recognize triggers, create a golden pause, and respond intentionally. But theory only has value when applied in daily practice. This is where active silence comes into play, helping you master your mind and your reactions. Active silence is not about passivity or avoidance. It is about pausing to observe, assess, and choose the best response. You can start with small habits. Spend at least 15 minutes a day in silence. No phone, no social media, just observing yourself and your breath. When facing conflict or stress, listen more, speak less, and respond only when you are sure your action will lead to the best outcome. In work situations, pause before replying to emails, messages, or criticism, allowing reason to guide your reaction. These moments of silence help you build inner strength, reduce impulsive reactions, and make wiser decisions. With regular practice, you will notice clear changes. Control over your mind under pressure and conflict. You are no longer swept away by negative emotions. Recognition of true emotions before reacting. Understanding what is fear, what is anger. Wise choices in behavior, not letting chaos dictate your decisions. Growth of clarity, patience, and courage. Step by step, you become the master of yourself. Every challenge, criticism, or difficult situation becomes an opportunity to train your silent inner strength. Exercise 1. Recognize emotional triggers. When negative emotions arise, pause and ask, am I upset because this is wrong or because it touches my ego? Is this feeling based on reality or imagination? Am I reacting to someone else or to my own fear? Exercise 2. Golden pause. In stressful situations, count from 1 to 10 before responding, or take a deep breath and observe what is happening around you. Exercise 3. Intentional response. Before acting, ask yourself, will this response help me achieve my goal? Does it align with the person I want to become? Act with reason, guided by values and long-term objectives, not by fleeting emotions. Exercise 4. Active silence. Spend at least 15 minutes each day away from phones, social media, and conversations. When facing conflict, listen more, speak less, and respond only when you are confident it will lead to the best outcome. At work, pause before replying to emails, messages, or provocations. These practices help you strengthen your inner power, control reactions, and become self-mastery in action. Active silence is not weakness. It is a tool of inner power. When combined with intentional responses, you control yourself before trying to control the world. You turn challenges, criticism, and conflict into opportunities to develop strength and wisdom. You achieve true power, calm, self-controlled, and intelligent. Theory is clear, exercises are in place, but real-life examples help us understand how active silence and intentional responses create real, lasting power. Examples: Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years under harsh conditions, facing extreme injustice. Instead of letting hatred take over, he observed, remained silent, and built strength. Upon release, he responded intentionally, leading South Africa toward reconciliation and national unity. Result: not only personal victory, but he transformed a nation, becoming a global symbol of inner strength. Lesson: silence allows you to restore energy and power to act at the right moment. Oprah Winfrey. Throughout her career, Oprah faced countless criticisms, controversies, and challenges. The secret to her success was not speaking excessively or responding immediately, but selectively processing information, staying silent in the face of negativity, and acting with purpose. Result: she created positive influence, becoming an icon of soft power, wisdom, and humanity. Lesson: silence in communication helps you maintain control of the context without letting others dominate your energy and decisions. Marcus Aurelius. The philosopher-emperor was often attacked publicly by jealous politicians. Instead of anger or retaliation, he smiled, observed, and acted only when his mind was calm. His victories were not in arguments, but in inner power and the significant decisions he made for the Roman Empire. Lesson: true strength comes not from loud words or arguments, but from calmness and the ability to manage emotions. Warren Buffett. When the market fluctuates or he faces criticism, Buffett remains silent, observes, and decides based on reason, not emotion. This approach helps him avoid rash decisions and preserve long-term wealth. Lesson: in important decisions, silence keeps you clear-headed, analytical, and precise. Key takeaway: silence is not weakness. It is a tool of inner power. When combined with intentional responses, you can turn challenges, criticism, and adversity into opportunities to demonstrate strength and wisdom. You control yourself before you try to control the world, and this is the true definition of strength. We have walked the entire journey, from theory to practice, from Stoic philosophy to real-life examples. Now it's time to connect everything and make the power of silence and controlled responses an essential part of your daily life. Three key steps to master yourself. Recognize emotional triggers. Know exactly what is driving you, rather than being controlled by instincts or fear. Create a golden pause. Allow reason to step in before reacting, giving you control and choice. Respond intentionally. Act based on reason, values, and long-term goals, rather than momentary emotions. When these three steps are combined, you achieve a solid state of inner strength, where the world no longer controls you. You control yourself and respond intelligently. Applying mastery in daily life. In speech, choose your words at the right moment, keeping control of the conversation. In action, avoid hasty moves, observe patiently, and choose the right timing to act effectively. In the mind, stay calm, reduce stress, and maintain control over your emotions. As Nelson Mandela, Marcus Aurelius, and Oprah Winfrey have shown, silence and measured responses are the most powerful weapons in any situation. Practical exercises. When facing conflict, count to 10 before speaking. Write down your emotions before sharing, to recognize their source and avoid reacting impulsively. Spend at least 15 minutes a day in silence. No phone, no social media, just observing yourself. When facing challenges, listen more, speak less, and only respond when you are confident the decision will lead to the best outcome. These small practices help you build inner strength, make smarter decisions, and maintain emotional control in any situation. Remember, not reacting immediately is a victory over instinct. Silence is self-control, not mere patience. Observing and choosing your response is how you gain real power in life. Imagine starting your day with calm and ending it with intention. Every challenge and criticism becomes an opportunity to practice deliberate silence. When you refrain from impulsive reactions, you reclaim your own power. If you found this video helpful and want to strengthen your inner power through silence, like this video to support the channel. Subscribe to Stoic Crowned Silence to never miss videos on Stoic philosophy and personal development. Comment below to share your experiences practicing silence or situations where you want to apply it today. Let every day be a testament to the power of silence, guiding yourself, mastering your emotions, and living with purpose.